And right now, we are going to take you to the KSAT 12 newsroom, where we have these new digs that we put together last fall. It's a news studio in the heart of where all the action is.
It's the home of our newest newscast. It's the News at 9. It's on KSAT, but not the KSAT you know. Here's a look.
Let's turn to the 9 at 9. These are some of the most interesting stories today from around the nation, the state, and right here in our city here at home. Tonight we're answering a question from a viewer named Mike. He asked, if there's no physical sidewalk while walking, are you allowed to walk on the street? We have a chance to give you the story behind the story here on KSAT News at 9. Let's check out what is trending right now on KSAT.com.
I have some curious things I wonder about. What are the top 10 tallest buildings in San Antonio? Dogs are man's best friend, but are we a dog's best friend?
High temperatures below zero up in the northern portion of the plains, and here's how things stand right now. We really saw some peaks of sun, able to see the temperature rise.
The Spurs are in action tonight at the AT&T Center. RJ Marquez is there, joins us live from the game.
For the 9, Sarah Costa.
For the 9, I'm Devin Clark.
For the 9, I'm Paul Venema.
Thanks for joining us for KSAT News at 9.
Love, love, love.
Why can't we use that set?
We have our own set.
Okay, that's fine.
We're the AM Niners.
All right. Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can get through this without messing it up. Joining us on GMSA at 9 are two of the News at 9's main ladies. I did it.
You did it.
Anchor Myra Arthur and creative producer Lexi Salazar. Good morning, ladies.
Thanks for coming in. I never get to see you guys.
No.
Yes. Really good to see you guys. This is early. We're taking it to the AM.
Yes.
Well, we're hearing wonderful things.
Yes.
And one of the things about this newscast, in particular yours, is that local news is always trying to find new ways to innovate, bring new content, change the way that news is delivered. And you guys are doing it.
You're doing it.
We are. You know, just like the show, it's a different feel. It's a completely different feel than a lot of the traditional newscasts we have. And it's the same news that you expect from KSAT, but the platform, I think, is what makes us so different. We're streaming. So pretty much any way that you stream, whether it's on our website, ksat.com, if you use Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Samsung, I don't even know, Apple TV.
Me TV, too, that our extra channel
TV, our additional channel as well. You can watch it there, so you can watch it not only at 9 o'clock, a different hour, but it's just a completely different viewing experience as well.
I remember when we were creating this show, and we would brainstorm and say, okay, how can we make it different, but still have, what we like to say, the KSAT juice?
Right.
How did you guys, Lexi, how did you come up with the original ideas and content?
Yeah, from a producer standpoint, right? Do you feel like a kid in a candy store?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a challenge when they brought this to us, but it was an exciting challenge. And there's so many things that in other newscasts, you know, maybe I couldn't try, maybe it was a little too crazy or wacky, but Bernice, our news director, she told me, you know, you can't fail. You can try, and if something doesn't work, just don't do it again. And so that was really encouraging, and it's been fun, and I think we've grown a lot over the past few months.
Definitely.
Don't you find it interesting, too, how it evolves?
Yes.
That's what we found.
Yes, and this show launched at the beginning of the year, 5 days a week. We were doing it a couple of days a week in the fall, just sort of a soft launch, if you will. But even since January 2nd, when we began going 5 days a week, this show has changed dramatically. The look of it has changed. And what you're seeing right now is actually one of the things that I wanted to make sure we highlighted. This is what we call our breakdown booth. And it's where we get to have reporters or photojournalists, any one of our content producers here at KSAT, talk about the story behind the story, because we always have things that we cover where we don't have the time, or we don't have really the space in a traditional newscast maybe to tell you what happened behind the scenes.
Or even your own perspective of it.
Exactly.
Because as journalists, we don't. And that's it. I loved Courtney's. That was one of my favorites.
Yes.
One of the things we love about this show as well, I mean, San Antonio is unique in that we have a ton of news viewers here. That's unique to other larger cities. And we really like to pull back the curtain on what we do here, and this is another way to do it. What have been your favorite segments so far in the run of the show?
Yeah, I think for me, it's probably the breakdown booth, just because, again, you're journalists, but you're humans first. So I love the breakdown booth, but I also really love Money It's Personal.
Yes.
You know, these are just things that everyone should know, money tips, but the way our editor, Valerie Gomez, puts them together, she works with little video and she creates these graphics, and they're interesting and it's educational, and
She makes
love
car
those.
insurance fun. So she's a magician, basically.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
I mean, they're all things that we all need to know about, like insurance and mortgages and what should I look for when I'm buying a house.
Right.
All these things that we all have to deal with, but maybe we, need a little refresher on it.
Exactly.
I have a question. What's been the reaction so far to the News at 9?
We've gotten a good reception from our audience. People are interested in it, and I think the way we're making it different is what is intriguing people about it. So we're trying new things. Like Lexi said, we're trying new things every day to see how our audience reacts, and so far we've gotten really good feedback.
Well, speaking of feedback, if people do want to give you feedback, is there a special place they write, or do they go to Facebook, or what do they do?
We have so many different platforms. You can reach out to any of us. You can always, we've actually been getting some questions through our SAQ project that we just launched on KSAT.com, so you can reach out to us on Facebook as well. We have a trending segment we do every day where we talk about what's trending on our website. We get people commenting on those stories, asking us whether it's questions about those stories or just the show in general.
Okay, well, best of luck to all of you that are working on that newscast. It's called Over the Top, OTT is where it's delivered. And, as you said, MeTV. Catch it weekdays, News at 9.
Thank you again for coming in early and being with us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we'll see you in about 12 hours.
we'll be here. We will be here.
You get a nap in, I hope.